Hello everyone. I thought I would share my latest project that I've started and I'm going absolutely crazy with. It's a junk journal, scavenger hunt glue book. I decided I'm doing some traveling for Thanksgiving, so I'm going to be gone for a while, and I wanted to have a project to work on, and I thought what would be really fun to do would be to give myself a list of items and find those items as if I was doing a scavenger hunt. And I have gone crazy with this. So I had started this junk journal, and it's a true junk journal, but when I got going with it, I added all kinds of stuff. And I got going with it, I realized that it was really too big for what I wanted to do for this traveling. So I thought, you know what, I will do something a little bit smaller so that I can try out the idea and see how it works and see how much, if it's fun or if it's not so much fun. So I put this one together, kind of, and then I found Publisher Clearinghouse. I didn't realize they were still around, but I found all kinds of stuff to add to this. So I decided that I would do a smaller one, and I thought doing a small, fun, try it out kind of junk journal would work. And I thought if I did 24 pages, that would give me 25 pages with the covers to add things to. And then I got really discouraged last night, when I realized that if I put 24 pages into the book, then they have fronts and backs, and I actually have 49 pages. I was working like crazy because I wanted to film this before I left. I'm running out of time, and I need to start working on packing and getting ready to go. So I wanted to film this and get it up so that people could see it. Working on it, this has made me crazy. I am going 50 directions at the same time. Working on it, I realized that this would be a fun gift for Christmas. Can you imagine Grandma giving a junk journal or a journal of some sort with a scavenger hunt list, and after presents are all opened and stuff, can you imagine the kids going through the old catalogs and old magazines, the newspaper, whatever, finding stuff for their new junk journal or journal of any kind? But I'll get into that later. But I thought that would be a great idea, and I think I will be making a few of these for some gifts. But back to when I decided that I was going to do 25 items, I came up with my list, and since it was experimental and I just wanted to do a sample, I did a really easy list. Things that I knew I had, or thought I had. Some of these things I can't find, I can't figure out where they are. So, but at working on it, I realized that I have 49 pages. So I was almost done with my list, and I was like, couldn't I figure out how come I had so many empty pages still? And then I realized I had 49 pages. So I want to get this filmed, show you what I'm doing, and give you some ideas of how I'm going about this. So I used a cookie dough candy box. I thought it would be small enough, and it was small enough so that if I put the 8 pages in, it wasn't too thick. And it's ending up to be too thick because I've got paper clips and stuff in it. But I really like this idea. And when I do my gifts, I found goobers and juji fruits that would be great size. Gobstoppers, I love the colors on that box. And M&M's box. Now all these are just candy boxes, and they're pretty thin, so you wouldn't have to put that many pages in them. And I think what I'm going to do for gifts, instead of making a true junk journal, Michael's had their paper on sale last week, so I grabbed a bunch of colors, and I'm just going to put some pages in that the kids would like. So nothing too fancy. I don't know if they would really like a junk journal, but that's what I'm working in. So this is my junk journal that has 24 pages, so it's 3 signatures with 8 pages each in them. But like I said, when you get front and back, you get 49 pages. And when I'm saying pages, this is 1 page, and this is the 2nd page. So anyway, so my list, I just go through my list as I'm going through the book. My list was trees, so I collected all the trees that I could find. I am doing some postcards with some trees. This is an experimental thing. I was going to put that in, but it's too busy. I'm not really fond of it. In a catalog, I found this money tree. Found it after I filled up my page. I thought that was really cool. And this is one of those Somerset Art to Borrow pages, and I really like that. I also did I found things from local magazines. There's a magazine that tells what's happening around town. I got this out of that for a Halloween zoo thing that they were having. This is a tree that I embossed on an artist trading card size paper. And when I say I'm collecting, trees is the category. So I'm trying to think of as many different kinds of trees as I can. Not only things from newspapers, things, this is a Joann's ad. Kids draw trees. I thought that would be fun to add. This is Doubletree Hotel logo. This is a Christmas tree out of one of the catalogs. I think this was a travel catalog thing that I had saved. So this was an embossed tree that I did, and on the back I've listed some other trees: oak, walnut, sycamore, palm, pine, cherry, apple, weeping willow, birch, maple, bonsai. So not only can you find pictures, but you can list trees as well. So it really makes you think about different things and how to come up with more of what you're looking for. So I went ahead and glued the pictures that I found, and I have many, many, many more. What I'm doing is I'm collecting my images and I'm putting them in little trays. I got these at the dollar store, 4 for $1, so I got a couple of packs. I think I need more. But as I go through my magazines and catalogs and things, I cut out things that I think would work for my category and put them in here. And it's got quite a few things. So then when I get a few things collected, I go ahead and work on my pages. So this was trees. This one is supposed to be foreign words, and I couldn't find all my foreign words. I know I've got stuff, but, and like I said, I was still working on it and couldn't figure out why it was taking me so long to do 24 pages. So I wanted to get it filmed, so I'm just throwing things together so that I can show you what I'm up to. So these are my foreign words. This is instructions for some kind of video equipment or something that I'd gotten, and it has all the instructions in other languages, so I kept that. I've had it for quite a while, and I've used it, obviously. This would also be a good category, instructions. Christmas, I don't know what that is. Christmas morning, all the instructions for all the toys, how to put stuff together. It would be fun to collect some of that stuff. So this is my circles. I really like the way this page started out, so I didn't add any more to it. I embossed circles on tissue paper that had circles. clocks, and this is what I'm using my pockets for. Like I said, I didn't have time to put all my circles down, so I'm putting my circles in the pocket until I get a chance to put some of the stuff down. Now, I've been saving circles for quite a while because I like circles. That's a diamond out of an advertisement. This is a tree. It could go in trees or it could go in circles. I have plenty of both of those. I'm not sure which one I'm going to put it in. Some of these are from Somerset Magazine, some of the artwork and stuff. They come from everywhere. All this stuff is different things. Wheel from a catalog. It's on from a bike. The World. This is the top of a nut container. I opened up the nut container. I save these things. I love these things. I love the way they feel. Never know what to use them for. They're really hard to glue down, but they fit perfectly in the pocket, so I don't have to glue it at all, and I could just save it forever. So that's circles. This one is birds, and my challenge is to not only come up with different ways to show birds. This one's out of a toy. It was a little, it's called Cuckoo Birds, and it showed you how many different kinds of cuckoo birds there were. Cartoons, drawings, advertisements, photographs. This came off a wedding invitation. This is a logo for somebody. This is one of those artist trading card packages. Came out of something like that. I was teaching, or I was going to teach ATCs at one point, so I had gotten a bunch of these to use, and never did use them. I didn't like them very much. So that's birds. Pulled that out. The next one I'm having a hard time with. My category is cartoon characters. Now, I can't find any cartoon characters. I found a few. Charlie Brown Christmas, and they're advertising the new Charlie Brown movie, so I found those. But these stickers are the Grinch. I've had them for a long time. Finally, I have a reason to use them. Minions, I got too many things on this place to find them. I don't know where they are. Oh well. There's a booklet that I got at Walmart for 97 cents. It has crayons in it and a little booklet, a coloring book, and it had stickers in it. And I thought that would work. I could use those. But this is a little challenging for me because I can't find a whole lot. But comics out of the newspaper would work also. So this one is places that I would like to see. Not necessarily I would like to see. This was done really quickly, so I grabbed whatever places I could find. Now I'm going to make a list of places that I really want to see and attach that list to this. But this is one of those fold-out things. It's the insurance thing out of my junk mail. It's one of those fold-out that I knew I'd need a lot of room for places, so that's what I did, is I did a fold-out so I had more room. Food. This was a page out of a magazine, and one of my local grocery stores puts out a little magazine with recipes and things, suggestions on how to fix stuff. I grabbed that, and this is I think it's 8 1/4 wide, so I'm able to use the full page of paper without turning it, which was kind of cool. So this is You Are What You Eat, and it had things already on it, so I just added a few other things. This is fish. I'm having a hard time with fish. I like fish. I must have a lot of fish. They must be with other projects that I haven't found yet. So I have some stencils that I got at Goodwill. So this is my stencil for these fish. This one is this one. So since I couldn't find any fish, I went ahead and stenciled around some of them and put those in here. These are die cuts. These are out of a newspaper. And other things. And my other stencil is travel or transportation. I have some fish stamps, and I decided to stamp fish because I really like my fish. I've got 3 of them, and I did this one. This one is on a piece of junk mail. I love envelopes with patterns on them, and I really like the way that turned out. I think I'm going to add it, cut it down, add it with a paper clip so that I have more fish in my category. Haven't decided which one I want to use yet. So that's a cookbook page. Here's candy, and in the pocket I have some candy wrappers. This is the fruit stripe gum wrapper, almond roca wrapper, and some Hershey's wrapper, and some advertisements for candy that are too big really for this, so I'm putting them in the pocket. I'm having a hard time gluing down these, they don't want to glue, so I don't know what I'm going to do with that either. This came out of a great catalog, if I can find it. Oriental Trading. It's got all kinds of stuff, not very expensive stuff. I got this, I cut stuff out of it already. I got this, I just ordered it online. So there's lots of stuff in here to use for my hunt. Lots and lots. Lots of good stuff to get too. This is my red page, and I did use a Target envelope. The red card is in the window just to reinforce my red theme there, and paint chips that I've added. I have a lot of red stuff, so I'm thinking I might just add red items to the backs of these and add them with a paper clip. This one is words that start with A. Not only did I find words with A, but I found pictures. This one's an alligator, artichokes, and apples. And I'm also thinking that I can write down words that I really like also. Haven't got that far yet. This one is empty or used. I have a tea bag thing that I can put things in. I had some little sugar packets that I was going to put in here. Can't find them. Don't know what I did with them. This is chopsticks. When you order Chinese, you can ask for chopsticks. Usually they have them. This one could either be used, I've had this forever, or I could put it in the red, which would be kind of cool too. This one will be Postmarks and Stamps. I didn't add any stamps. It was going to be all postmarks, but I think I want to add some stamps that have postmarks on them too. This is elephants. This is on the envelope, so it's only part of it. And there's some of the other pictures that I have collected that I don't have room for, so I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll have to start another book. I'll have to put it in my big book. But that's elephants. Stars. Some of these are from catalogs. Christmas ornaments. This is tissue paper that I had stenciled with stars. Star paper. This is scrapbook paper that I put in there. I was looking for, you know how you used to get gold stars when you did something good at work or at school? I can't find any anywhere. I thought those would be fun to put in there. And I'm running out of time here. This is blue. Alphabet. Yeah, there's a lot of empty pages. I was very discouraged. This is stickers, but non-conventional stickers, stickers that you wouldn't expect. These are my moving stickers. I keep finding them on stuff still. Banana stickers. This is a sticker that came off a piece of clothing. This category will be hands, and I collected all kinds of hands. This is from Somerset Studios magazine. It was an advertisement for stamps, and I have photocopied some of my metal hands, and so I'm going to be using some of those in here. This is threads and fibers and string. I made this little thing out of a ink cartridge box, and I just put a bunch of thread. This is thread. I put it all together because it was really fine. Thread, yarn, ribbon. This is star garland. It's got wire in it. Twine. Whatever I had. I didn't have very much, so I put that in there. I used those little ties, and I punched holes into the cardboard, put the tie through. It's one of those really long ties that you get from electronics and stuff, and just clipped it in the back so that I could attach the threads to it. This one is transportation. Anything that I could think of for transportation. I did trains. This is a boat, bicycle, car, chariot, hot air balloon, truck, a ticket. I don't remember where I got that. This is another train, advertising the Railroad Museum. So that's, hopefully I can get those in there. Here is wings. The category is wings, so anything that I could think of for wings. I added a envelope because I knew there was going to be a lot of stuff in here. Bat, butterflies, insects. This was a costume I thought was really cool. A die cut or a punch or something. Advertisements. And then I added a bunch of stuff in here. This was a die cut. This was a tag. I'm not sure exactly what it is. I've had it forever. I don't remember where I got it. Wings from the ATC cards. This is a piece of metal. It's I can't find it now. It's a piece of metal that came off of something years ago. I don't even know what it used to be, but it's great for stenciling and making wings and stuff, so I made some wings to put in my pocket. This one is crayon rubbings. I love to do crayon rubbings anywhere I go. And what I mean by that is this is a rubbing of a rubber stamp that I have. And these are some rubbings that I've done. This was the bottom of a glass. There's some more rubbings in here. This is a stencil. And I love to ask people to see the bottoms of their shoes, because a lot of times there's great rubbings on, or great patterns on the bottoms of your shoes. I love this one. And I'll show you an example of the rubbings. This is the shoe. I don't know if you can see the pattern, but I just love this one. So what I do is get a piece of blank paper, usually white, get my crayon, and I'm using watercolor crayon just because they were ready and fast, and I just do a rubbing. Now I find rubbings everywhere, backs of chairs, so that is a crayon rubbing. I also have found this dish has some embossing on it. It's kind of hard to see, and it didn't do a really good rubbing. It's got flowers on it. But it would be fun to go find rubbings. I know that there's a chair at the mall, at the food court, that has little spirals on it. I'm dying to go and get rubbings on from. And just as a side note, this rubbing I had done a few years back from the tin siding on my grandmother's church that she grew up in. The church is no longer standing, but I still have a rubbing of the tin siding inside the church. So I'm hoping to use that in something. But that is Crayon Rubbings. Flowers, numbers, eyes. Now, eyes can be anything. You can draw them, take them out of magazines. They can be animal eyes. This one's another one that I drew. The word eye. Just anything that you can think of to fit the category. So that's the little one that I've started. I was hoping to get finished and didn't. So this video is a little long, and I wanted to go into how to make the journal. So I guess I'm going to have to do part 2. So thank you for watching.